Sometimes in life, we tend to lack patience. We tend to have the mindset of it's all or nothing. And sometimes we desire instant results. And when we don't receive those results right away, we give up. And that's what brings me into this topic today. Consistency and why it's important. I want to first start off this video by a quote by John Maxwell. Give me a second, y'all, because I got my notes with me. So, small disciplines repeated with consistency every day leads to great achievements gained slowly over time. The reason this is important is because with consistency comes not just only small disciplines, but routines, everyday routines that you are taking in order to achieve your goals. And the reason a lot of people don't, or a lot of people are not consistent is because they don't have patience. See, a lot of us want things so fast. We want to get them like this, okay? And sometimes we don't realize that the universe, or whatever your philosophical belief is, God, whatever it is, we don't have faith. And with lacking that faith comes with the lack of patience. And with lacking patience comes with the lack of commitment. And with lack of commitment comes with procrastination. And with procrastination comes with the lack of consistency. And that is how we end up, I like to say, putting ourselves in a stagnant position. Now, I do want to focus on the definition of consistency because there's many definitions, but this is an act of positivity that contributes to your behavior that later defines who you are. Now, I do want to say that normally I started my videos off by saying the definition, giving an explanation, and then explaining why it's important and giving a few examples. Today, I wanted to start it off a little bit differently. I don't know. Sometimes when you start a video off with questions, it's like, oh, I never thought about that. But anyway, the reason an act of positivity that contributes to your behavior that later defines who you are. My explanation is it defines your real character. It defines who you are because, for example, everyone uses relationships. So let's talk about relationships. A person who is not consistent is not going to give you the amount of time or effort. So when you actually see how a person is treating you, then you have to ask yourself, how does that person treat themselves? Are they consistent within their everyday routines? Do they do what they need to do to get done? Do they do what they need to do to get the task done, or do they actually just half-ass the task and then they just half-ass complete it the best way they can and then they just leave it again? You have to ask yourselves these questions. And see, this is why a lot of what's on the internal inside of us will be a reflection of our external due to the simple fact of hello, you don't attract what you want, but you attract what you are and what you have become. It's that simple. And this is important because if you are not consistent, you lack the ability to stay truthful within yourself. So, for example, if I made a commitment, a small commitment to get up every morning to exercise for at least about 30 minutes, and I decided to not actually do it, and I just get up in the morning and I just don't do it, knowing that I should have done it, I'm lacking the ability to commit to myself. Meaning, if I can't make a simple commitment as that, then 9 times out of 10, I can't make a bigger commitment when it comes to managing a business or when it comes to my colleagues, whatever the case may be. And that is going to affect me in my life. And that's going to affect my achievements of achieving greatness and becoming successful. I need to stop saying that. Successful in life. It will actually lessen my achievements. Okay. And I wanted to also get into, I researched just a little bit about it. Okay. Like I said, consistency develops routines and builds momentum. It forms habits that become second nature in leadership. With consistency, it really it's true. It does build momentum. It builds when you're consistent in something and you've made a small dedication, like a small commitment. Les Brown said, if you just only do just small things that can contribute to you, that can help contribute to you becoming more successful in life. Okay. Whew. I can't stand Blueface. But anyway, because in one of his songs, he has that. And he said, I think it's in Blueface Viral. He says that, but I don't want to say that because, this is YouTube. However, when you have the momentum, you have the you have that motivation. Okay, you have the ability to wake up every morning to do what it is that you need to get done. Okay, just even if it's just making a small change in your diet. Instead of if you know that you eat Cheetos every day, or that you eat, say, 3 bags of chips every day, just by you making a small adjustment to just eating Cheetos, probably like 1 bag of Cheeto, just like probably only every day, but just 1 bag. That is still a small achievement because you made a big effort, instead of, because that you eat it morning, lunch, and dinner, right? Okay, that's fine. So with that being said, if you decided to say, you know what, I'm going to commit myself to only eating Cheetos, I'll eat it every day, but I'll just limit the bag and do about 2 bags. If that's not a good example, you could tell yourself this. If you know that you were trying to study for something, I remember my geometry teacher telling me, Alize, you could study for 10 to 15 minutes and still obtain a lot of information, because it's not about the time, but it's what you do within the time. It's about what is the type of effort that you're making and what are the different skills that you are trying to apply in taking those necessary steps in order to getting it done. Just by you studying for at least 10 to 15 minutes and every day, you'll eventually want to build the momentum to want to study for 30 minutes, then an hour. And then you'll be like, you know what? I really want to master this, so I'm going to get it done. And then you eventually will develop that routine of consistency because you've achieved those small goals. You've decided to take those small steps and you said, you know what? I'm going to get it done. Like John Maxwell said, the greatest achievements. And what people don't understand is it comes with dedication. It does come with commitment, because doing what is required in your everyday life. And this is why being consistent is really important, guys. I just had a talk with with YP. She's a rapper and she's an artist. I want to say she's an artist. And she told me that a guy asked to be if he could be signed to her label. And she said, you have to show me consistency first. That means you have to be willing to wake up every morning to, come up with a new flow, or, being able to freestyle. How many hours do you freestyle? What are you doing to become better? Are you trying to master your craft? This is where masterization comes in, because with consistency, you will eventually be able to master what you want, and you will be able to master the tasks, master your craft. If that's becoming a writer, if that's becoming a motivational speaker, if that's becoming a YouTuber, if that's becoming a photographer, you're always taking pictures. What are you doing every day, and what new skills are you developing? And if you do believe in universal laws of philosophy, then you will see things more in a philosophical way. You will see things more in a universal aspect, I'd rather say, because you'll be like, okay, like they say, you'll get downloads. The universe will give you new ideas, or you'll just come up with something. You'll be like, oh, wow, I can do that, And the thing is, when we hear consistency, we think of self-discipline. We think of disciplinary action. And you will not be able to become successful, or you are not contributing to your success until you have made those necessary steps, okay? Meaning you have made the decision to commit to what you want to do, and you have decided to make those changes, change those bad habits into good habits, okay? I hope I'm making sense. If I didn't, let me know in the comments. And excuse me. like I had mentioned before before I went into the video, we have the lack of patience, the desire for instant results. We have triggers. When we don't see something going our way, we get upset and we assume, oh my God, it's not happening. But that's not true. It is happening. We have this belief where I'll see it if I'll believe it when I see it. But let me tell you something. I said this in one of my last videos. A lot of people say that they have faith. So if you have faith and you know that you really want something, and you desire this, like they say, Neville Goddard says, when you are asking the universe for something, you have the desire, drop the desire, and then keep the belief. A lot of people will drop the belief, but keep the desire. And that is the desire of wanting it to happen. And then when it doesn't happen on your time, you get upset. But see, that's not what creates great achievement. A lot of people take the long road to success, meaning that they are consistent with what they do, meaning that they are going to have patience with what they do. And it requires a lot of patience to become successful, because when you don't have the patience, you will lack the ability of achieving your goals. You cannot want something right away, because if you don't get it, you get upset. But the thing is, you should understand that with consistency, it does come greater results, because in the end, it may have taken you so long, but look at where you are. Okay, I hope that's making sense. And I wanted to go back on this. This is important as well. When you are asking the universe for something, yes, you put the desire, ask, believe, receive. You ask it and you have to believe. Do not sit here and staying in the asking phase. Do not sit here no, don't do that. You have to drop it. And then you got to say, you know what? I'm going to keep the belief, because I'm going to have faith within myself. I have faith within God, whatever you believe in. If you pray, I have faith within the universe that what this thing that I really want is coming to me no matter what. Okay. This is very important. And having a all or nothing mindset. With you saying, oh, I'll have it all or I have nothing, that is negative, because you have to be able to change your mindset and think greater, and know that when you plant a seed, it's going to take time for that seed to grow. Okay. Trent Shelton had mentioned this. Okay. And he went on to explain it. He was talking about there was a seed, and, he planted it, and he kept asking his grandfather when the seed was going to plant, et cetera, and blah, blah, blah. So, and next thing you know, when he just left it alone, it eventually ended up growing. You have to have patience, and you must be able to be consistent. With patience comes consistency, guys. So remember that. That's very important. And I hope that you guys like the video, and like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'm working on my thumbnails. So, I want to give y'all a little great taste, baby. But I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, you are important. No, I'm joking. A to the L to the I to the Z to the E. Yes, you are important. You are important. Just remember that. And it's all on me, baby.